Becoming rich is not only about what you do, it's equally about what you don't do. The habits, beliefs, and decisions you avoid can be just as critical as the strategies you embrace. Many people chase money by learning investment tricks, reading personal finance books, or following self-made millionaires. But what they often miss is this: your success depends just as much on your ability to stay away from the traps that silently sabotage wealth. In this video, we'll explore 7 major things you must avoid if you want to be rich. These are not just random tips, they are recurring patterns that hold people back across generations, cultures, and income levels. Avoiding these mistakes will put you miles ahead of most, and adopting the opposite behaviors could change your financial destiny forever. Avoid living beyond your means. One of the most common and dangerous habits that prevent people from building wealth is living beyond their means. It doesn't matter how much you earn. If you spend more than you make, you'll always be broke. This is how people earning $100,000, 0 cents a year still struggle with debt, while someone making $40,000, 0 cents might have investments and savings. The desire to keep up appearances or impress others often drives people to overspend. Social media has made this worse. Seeing your peers buying luxury items, dining out, or going on expensive vacations creates a sense of urgency to match them, even if it means borrowing money to do it. Credit cards, easy EMIs, and buy now, pay later schemes have made it easier than ever to live a lifestyle you can't afford. But the cost? Compound debt, stress, delayed financial freedom. If you want to be rich, you must learn to live well below your means. Not because you're poor, but because you value long-term freedom over short-term pleasure. Wealthy people prioritize assets over appearances. Instead of spending to impress, they save, invest, and grow their income-generating capacity. Live modestly, automate savings, and invest the difference. That's how wealth is built. Avoid wasting time on low-value activities. Time is your most valuable asset, far more precious than money. Yet most people treat it casually, wasting hours every day on meaningless activities like binge-watching shows, endless scrolling, gossiping, or procrastinating on things that matter. If your day is filled with distractions, your bank account will reflect that chaos. Ask yourself, how much of your time is invested in learning, building, networking, or creating something of value? Most millionaires and successful entrepreneurs treat time with military discipline. They guard their schedules, prioritize growth, and focus on high-leverage activities, the kind of work that compounds over time. On the other hand, low-value tasks like arguing online, excessive gaming, or watching TV for hours don't contribute to your goals. They give you short-term comfort, but rob you of long-term results. It's not just about working hard, it's about working on the right things. Rich people outsource tasks they don't need to do personally. They don't waste energy where there's no return. If you value your time like a millionaire, you'll begin to attract the money they earn. Avoid the fear of taking calculated risks. Fear is natural, but when fear controls your decisions, it becomes a cage that keeps you from wealth. Most people stay poor or middle class because they avoid taking risks. They prefer stability over opportunity and comfort over growth. But no one becomes rich by playing it safe all the time. Whether it's investing, starting a business, switching careers, or trying something new, wealth requires calculated risk. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means understanding potential downsides and making bold, informed decisions anyway. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of losing money are the most common mental barriers. But here's the truth. Every rich person has failed, lost money, or been criticized at some point. The difference is they didn't let that stop them. They learned, adjusted, and moved forward. If you're stuck in a low-paying job or a comfort zone that no longer challenges you, it's time to reevaluate. The biggest risk in life is staying stagnant while the world moves forward. Learn to take smart risks. Build your courage like a muscle. Every leap you take brings you closer to the wealth you desire. Avoid hanging out with the wrong people. Your environment shapes your mindset, and your mindset shapes your financial future. One of the most underrated truths about wealth is this: you become like the people you spend the most time with. If your friends complain about money, blame the government, or mock people who work hard, they're likely dragging you down too. Toxic company doesn't always mean bad people. It means people who limit your growth. If everyone in your circle lives paycheck to paycheck, avoids self-improvement, and discourages ambition, you'll start to internalize that as normal. Rich people surround themselves with others who inspire, challenge, and elevate them. They seek mentors, coaches, masterminds, and networks that push them higher. They understand that proximity is power and that energy is contagious. If you want to be rich, audit your circle. Are your friends and family encouraging your growth or stunting it? You don't have to cut people off, but you can limit influence and expand your environment. Read biographies of successful people, join online communities, attend seminars. Immerse yourself in success-driven thinking. Your net worth is closely tied to your network. Avoid relying only on one source of income. Job security is a myth, yet millions rely entirely on a single paycheck, believing it will protect them forever. But even the most stable jobs can disappear overnight due to layoffs, recessions, or health issues. If your only source of income vanishes and you have no backup, your financial stability collapses. This is why wealthy people build multiple streams of income. They diversify. Even if one business or investment underperforms, others keep them afloat. This could include side businesses, real estate, stocks, royalties, digital products, or online ventures. Building multiple streams doesn't mean juggling 5 jobs. It means creating passive and leveraged income that scales over time. Start small. Turn a skill into freelance work. Create a digital product. Invest in dividend-paying stocks. Launch a YouTube channel or blog. In 2025, there are more ways than ever to monetize your knowledge, skills, and creativity. Relying on one paycheck is a dangerous strategy in a fast-changing economy. If you want lasting wealth, build a financial ecosystem, not a single pillar. Avoid ignoring financial education. Here's a harsh truth. If you don't understand how money works, you'll always work for money. Most schools don't teach real-world financial education. As a result, many adults don't know how to budget, invest, manage credit, or build wealth. They fear the stock market. They avoid talking about money. They stay stuck in financial ignorance. Rich people treat financial literacy like a priority, not an option. They read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Fastlane, and The Psychology of Money. They listen to podcasts, attend webinars, and talk about money openly. They know how to use debt wisely, understand tax strategies, and analyze investments. Money doesn't grow with luck. It grows with strategy. If you're serious about getting rich, start studying money like your life depends on it. Learn about assets versus liabilities. Study compounding interest. Understand inflation. Learn how to track expenses, grow income, and invest wisely. Even just 30 minutes a day dedicated to financial education can completely change your trajectory over the next 5 years. In the world of money, knowledge really is power. Avoid making excuses and playing the victim. Perhaps the most important point on this list is learning to take radical responsibility for your life. Excuses are easy. You can blame your upbringing, the economy, your boss, your partner, or bad luck. And while those factors may be real, they don't have to define your future. Rich people don't wait for someone to rescue them. They take ownership of their success. Even when life is unfair, they believe that even if they weren't responsible for their problems, they are responsible for the solution. That's a powerful mindset. Playing the victim may give you comfort today, but it robs you of your future. Every time you say, "I can't," "it's too hard," or "it's not my fault," you're handing over your power. Want to change your life? Start with this mantra. No one is coming, it's on me. That mindset breeds action, grit, creativity, and resilience. Those traits are far more valuable than talent or luck in the journey toward wealth. Becoming rich is less about chasing money and more about avoiding the traps that keep you broke. When you choose to live below your means, respect your time, take calculated risks, seek better company, diversify your income, educate yourself financially, and stop making excuses, you're building a foundation for lasting wealth. Wealth is not an accident. It's the result of deliberate thinking, disciplined action, and strategic decisions over time. While many people search for the secret to getting rich, the truth is simple. Success is often about avoiding the wrong moves as much as it is about making the right ones. So as you move forward in your journey, keep this list in mind. Audit your habits. Make small changes every day. Stay consistent. And remember, the life of your dreams is not only possible, it's waiting for you on the other side of your excuses. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.